women are doing just fine. If we're not procreating, it's because of men. The boys, the men, they are falling behind.
I mean, fair point. Even if everything in the economy was perfect right now, I'm still not having kids with these men. The issue for the government right now is that I'm perfectly fine with that. Women are doing amazing. Right now, the US, as we've discussed, is freaking out because the CDC reported that the fertility rate is at 1.6 children per woman. That's insanely low, and their response to this is to start throwing suggestions at women and blaming us like it's our problem. But you know what? It's actually the men's fault. Newsflash, women are outperforming men in so many categories right now, and we are living our best lives. As always, make sure you like, rage, comment, repost, and follow along to stay up to date, but let's talk about it. First of all, the male loneliness epidemic, if you want to argue that even exists, is only an issue because single women are actually happier than single men, because women are able to form our own communities. Men seem to be struggling with even wanting to be around each other. What a shock. And in fact, now some studies are going so far as to suggest that single childless women might even be one of the happiest groups on the planet. Which makes sense because recently psychologists literally had to coin a new term called man-keeping when referring to women's labor in the relationship. Which means on top of all the other unpaid labor that women end up having to do in these relationships, which is usually twice as much childcare and over twice as many hours put into household work, women are also expected unreciprocated to be men's full-time therapists and buddies at home because of their declining ability to create and maintain friendships. If that wasn't a deterrent enough, single women now own more homes than men, which makes no sense because those men are still earning more than women, although that gap is closing. Starting to be more widely noticed that women are more effective leaders in every sense of the term, and women are now outpacing men in both college enrollment and graduation. Whilst the US is falling behind other comparable countries, women's employment rate is still starting to overtake men's. We're more employable now. You'll notice on top of all this, yes, women are expected to be looking after their families more than men, and they have less long-term health problems, which is interesting. Because you'd think that the stress of the weight of the world on your shoulders that you're currently carrying would get to you, but I guess we're good at stress management as well. But overall, yeah, it's insane to me that in this scenario, instead of actually reaching out to men and telling them how they can make lives better for everyone, you're trying to reach out to women and convince us to make our lives worse. You've accomplished all of this whilst you're still constantly actively trying to hold us back and make us reconsider. I think women are doing just fine.